Hi, I'm Dan from Ozgel,
And I'm Erin from Carnage Company.
and today
I'm also Shorty.
yes, we've got to keep that in. Take two. Hi, I'm Dan from Ozgel.
And I'm Erin from Carnage Company, but I'm also known as Shorty.
Today we're joined by Shorty, one of the Job War players from Carnage Company.
Hi! That's it. Oh, no. Magic. That was good. Awesome. That was good. Hi.
Okay, so firstly, Erin, thanks a lot for joining us, mate. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
That's all right. Now, Shorty,
Yes.
I think we sort of know why people call you Shorty. Someone just dropped a ladder behind you.
I mean, who even invited him here? But yeah, I have a ladder now, so thank you. Thank you.
All right, maybe we should just get rid of that ladder now.
Okay.
You know, you're not that short, but yeah. Oh, there
Outta
he
here.
goes. Oh. Thank you, stage assistant. Okay. So, Erin, mate, you've been employed in the industry. You've been playing gel ball. You're also running your own YouTube channel that's gaining a lot of traction at the moment. Tell us about your journey through it all.
Okay, it's been a long time coming, so it feels a lot longer than actually just over 2 years. I originally started playing just casually. I think my first game was at Spec Ops, so it's a paintball indoor close quarters field in the city. My partner actually got me involved in the whole gel ball sort of side of things.
BJ.
BJ,
Hey,
Carnage
BJ.
Badge, I think is his call sign.
Ah, nice. Carnage
Yeah,
badge.
love that guy.
Yeah.
Hope so. And then we decided that we'd start kind of playing a little bit more often rather than just the one-off. I started off with like just a really basic blaster. I think mine back then was the Scar H, which is really old now.
Yeah.
I don't know if they make them anymore.
I think they've stopped production, but there's still heaps out there. They're
Okay.
a classic blaster.
Yeah. Throwback. But
Yeah.
so we started off at Spec Ops. He spoke to a lot of the guys on Xbox, and that's how they joined Carnage Company. So I've been in it from the start, which is really cool because it's changed so much since it
Yeah.
started. So 2 years has been a big growth in the gel ball community,
That's
as you
awesome.
can see as well.
And I do remember back when you guys first started, it was at Gorilla Blasters. I
Yeah.
think it was their second field. You guys rocked up, and it was just this happy-go-lucky family. We had no idea who you were, but there was like an army of red. You know,
Yeah,
there was so
yeah.
many people that turned up. But I think it really sort of just injected so much positivity and personality into the industry, a lot like yourself.
Thank you. I like the fact that we've still stayed like that from day
Yep.
dot, because the biggest thing about us, if you meet us on the field, we're very welcoming.
Yeah.
We don't mind if you're a veteran in the gel ball community or
Yep.
if you're someone starting off and you have questions. We like to think that we're very fair and easygoing and approachable, but also skilled players, hopefully.
Absolutely. I mean, it's one of the amazing things about your team. I will come back to that because there's a lot I'd like to talk about with Carnage Company. You know, they've been around for a while, but how has COVID affected the way that you play gel ball?
Personally, with me, I found it was quite difficult because I do get my mental health that kind of takes over. So when I wasn't actually having that physical release of going out and playing at gel ball fields, there would be those weekends where I'm just sitting inside and then there was nothing. You're pretty much hoping and relying on your Instagram and social media to just communicate and share
Yeah.
the love that way and still keep talking about it. I think originally that's where I started doing more on my Instagram because I was just really fiending for more gel ball gameplay and it was all just throwback photos.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that from the Instagram sort of page, I've gone to YouTube now. So it's,
Yeah.
I guess, the next step up from there.
Oh, that's cool. And it's one
Yeah.
of the good things you mentioned there about gel ball. You know, it's great for your mental health. When you're out there, it's not even just about the physical activity. It's also the social aspect, isn't it? Because
Absolutely,
you build
yeah.
that camaraderie with your team and you can joke about stuff afterwards and
Yeah.
be angry together, be upset together.
That's the good thing. Like, you've got to, if you're looking at joining a team, there's heaps of teams out there to get poached by as well, but just make sure you're all on the same page about what you want out of a team too. It's not just about the gameplay. A lot of us outside of it are very social. So one of our team members, Tegan, so Skullcake, she's pregnant at the moment with the captain of Carnage.
Hey, Teagues. Hey, Morgs.
Yep. So that's really exciting, but I've now got a house key to their house, so when she goes in labour, I can check on the dogs. So it's more than just a team that we just play with on the weekend. We're like a family.
That's cool.
And we go out for like pub feeds and stuff and drinks after games too. So it's
Outstanding.
very social. Yeah.
That's good. It's always good to have that close relationship with your teammates. Now, do you feel personally that being a female presents any challenges for you in job ball?
That is a really good question, because originally when I started off, so that first day that I played at Spec Ops, I came in and I think there was probably up to about 100 players there, and I was one of the other only girls. There were 2 girls, including myself, and I didn't have my own blaster to play with, and I just showed up like just wearing whatever, and I just thought that was not going to be okay at the time. Yeah. All these guys kind of looking at me like, why is she here? And that played into my anxiety, which naturally I have anyway. But once I got out there, I was like, oh, am I doing this right? That first game and the first couple of games after that, I was really worried about that judgment. But from there onwards, it's changed so much. I think you're starting to see more and more women, kids, like older people playing as well. It's really not limited to age. As long as you can keep up with it, you'll be fine. It's so much fun.
I mean, there's even, Ian Dingwall. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but Ian, if you're watching, how you going there? But Ian, he's in his late 70s and he's still incredibly active and fit. He's definitely much fitter than me, obviously, but I mean, he's fitter than a lot of people I know out there in the community, and and he's still powering through, and he gets a lot out of this because, in his older age, he's trying to find stuff to do, and this just fills that gap.
It keeps you youthful too. Like a lot of my friends are in like the opposite. They're kind of in the 40s, 50s sort of ranges, where I don't see the age at all. We're all in it for the passion. And it just from the heart. So like your body and your mind, I think that's the biggest thing. As long as you're ready to play. I'm not the skinniest person I know. It doesn't stop me from going out there and pumping that adrenaline as well. So my stamina once I'm on the field is completely different.
That's
so
awesome.
Don't ever let maybe your physical shape or size or anything affect you either.
Yeah, you come up against this one on the field, she will
it's a different
destroy
story.
you. Yeah, she'll absolutely own you. That's cool. So tell me what's happening in the world of Carnage Company. So that's Shorty's gel ball team?
Yep. So a lot of us we play at different fields casually. We play in competitions. Not all of the players play in the same competitions.
Yep.
I myself play at Gel City and Speedsoft Australia. Some of the players in the teams, depending on their commitment levels, will jump into whatever they can.
Yeah.
But we're all spread out job-wise in the industry too.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it is it's non-biased. Like we just all have a good time. Work is work. Carnage is family, and we just have a good time. We're just out there for the sport.
And we actually found that one of the previous podcasts we did, we actually had a chat about, that positive aspect of Carnage Company where among the whole team, so many of you work for different companies in the gel ball industry. You're not all just dominated by one company, and I love that. I love the fact that you guys are so unbiased with everything. I mean, it's not to say that every other team out there is biased. That's not the case. Okay, but
it's a good point.
Really does
though. Like
help.
I'm not trying to pat myself on the back or my team for that matter.
Yeah.
I think from the start we've made sure we're looking for the right dynamic of people, and we've all worked really well with it. But the hard thing about the gel ball community is you can get caught up in drama. The biggest thing is the more you involve yourself, you just stay out of it and have a good time. You remember why you're here.
Absolutely. Yeah, look forward, not back.
That's it.
For sure. All right, now, Shorty, tell us something about you that nobody really knows.
I thought about this one for a little bit, and I was going to say something really stupid because that's like totally me. But at the same time, I do want to say, leading into the whole mental health side of things too. Before being in the gel ball industry, I used to work in the beauty industry, and I thought that was where I was meant to be. And I started to get upset that once I found this, that something didn't feel right. This ended up taking over completely.
Yeah.
So I guess it's not a secret, but I just really want to put out there that before this, I was a makeup artist, and now this is what I do throughout the week. So I'm working full-time at a Gel Blaster store. I do YouTube now. I'm on Instagram. I play casually and competitively, and I live and breathe this stuff. So I never get sick of talking about it, but I just want people to know that doesn't matter whatever walk of life you've come from, you can still jump into this. Like, no one cares. Like, just try it out. That's it.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Well, I mean, it's great. You said you're working in the gel ball industry. So what's it like working in the industry? How do you find that?
It does test your patience at times. You do meet some really different characters, but the cool thing is you can be the reason why some people get inspired to jump into it. So they might have seen a friend play with it in their backyard or a neighbor or something and thought, yeah, that's cool, I might try it out, and then go buy one. But they didn't realize to the extent of how much people get involved into it.
Yeah.
I actually get a lot of guys come in saying, oh, the missus isn't going to approve of this. She's not going to like me buying one of these. And I say, come back the next day with her. I'll be here. Get her to talk to me. And that gun stigma might come away from it.
Yeah.
And you'll realize this is just a social sport that everyone loves to get out and play. It's
And that's
a lot
it.
of fun.
Yeah. It is a hell of a lot of fun. It's almost like laser tag, only you can feel the lasers, you know.
Yeah, feel the burn.
Yeah, that's it. Nah, pretty cool. Yeah, love it. All right, so Shorty, I've also heard about Gelsoft Playground.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit more about that.
Okay, so it is a Facebook page that you can follow. If you are looking at getting involved into a team, you're not looking at just playing a casual game here and there. You're starting to get that itch for the gel ball community. That's probably the best place to go and follow, because teams will actually go to poach you on there. The other way that I say to do it is go out to your field and try to stay local to that field, because people that frequent those will be a lot of teams, but they'll recognize you that way. If you don't have the time to do it, or you just can't get out at those times that the teams play, jump onto Gel Ball Playground.
Gelsoft Playground? Is that the
Gelsoft
one?
Playground, yep.
All right, well, look, just regarding that as well, guys, if you are watching, you're thinking about getting into gel ball, I know that it can be awkward for your first game. You know, if you haven't looked on the socials and you just rock up at a field, it is going to be awkward. So it's always really good if you connect with people on social media first, like you go into these places on Facebook, have a chat with some of the players, build that friendship there.
Absolutely.
And then at least you can turn up and meet someone. You've got a bit of a direction there for you, so it makes it a little bit more comfortable for you. Yeah.
I am completely open to you finding me on social media and asking me any questions. There's no stupid questions. The biggest thing about getting out there and getting, I guess, recognized is you need to kind of put yourself out there. So if you're going to get involved and get all the gear and go to a field, just approach someone, ask them what they're using for gel blasters, or if they've got recommendations. If you see me or even Carnage Company as a team, just come say hi to us. Don't feel afraid.
All right. Well, Erin, look, thanks so much for your time today, legend.
Thank you for having me.
That's all right. It's always a pleasure having you. I mean, she's got one of the most bubbly personalities in the industry, which is something that I think we could all do with more of. So don't go anywhere. Keep working in the industry. Keep playing the game. All right. But, mate, let us know how the viewers at home there can find you on social media.
Yep. So I'm on Instagram. It's callsign.shorty, and then my YouTube is the same. So callsign.shorty.
Awesome. All right. And guys, as always, I'm Dan from Ozgel. You can find Ozgel at www.ozgel.com.au. We're across all the socials as Ozgel. We are also on Instagram at OzgelAmmo. Thanks very much for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
See yous.